think you may need a new mentor. I'm dying.
Ooh, that took a turn. I know I only watched the first 2 episodes with you guys, and now I'm on the 18th, and it feels like I'm skipping around like crazy. But this was voted the #1 episode by Episode Ninja, so I feel like I had to check it out. Don't judge me. I'm excited.
12 to 18 months. And I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone.
I want to know the diagnosis.
I will in my own time.
Okay, have you had a full workup?
Yes, of course.
It could be a secondary tumor metastasized to your brain from somewhere else.
It could be a primary tumor, which means that it originated in the brain, or it could be a secondary tumor, let's say a lung tumor that started in the lungs, through the lymphatic system or the blood went into the brain and then created a secondary tumor.
You should get a second opinion.
Sean, I've been a neurosurgeon for 30 years. I think that qualifies as a second opinion.
You know what's interesting about being a doctor who's practiced 30-something years as a neurosurgeon? You actually make really bad decisions when it comes to your own health. It's notorious that doctors are really bad patients, and I totally agree with this. I'm the worst. And in fact, if I have a patient that I'm treating and I know is a doctor, I know I'm gonna have to take extra time. I know I'm gonna have to do a little arguing with them in order to get them to take care of themselves properly.
Well, given the degree of the rotation and the fact that the break is almost compound, I say we're dealing with a bimalleolar or trimalleolar fracture.
Very good. What else? Color?
Blood flow's restricted. His foot's dying.
Oh, no.
So they're talking about this ankle fracture, and when they say it's a compound fracture, it means it's fractured in multiple places. When there's lack of blood flow, that means there's pressure being put on the arteries or veins in that area, which is very dangerous because that's called vascular compromise, meaning not enough blood is going to that area, and that area is necrosing or dying.
I'm gonna have to reset it now. Hold his leg.
When they say resetting, it's exactly what you think it is.
Just gonna take a second. I need you to count to 3. 1.
1, 2.
I think that was kind of accurate. I don't know. Even my scream matched it.
Shouldn't I be asleep for this?
Well, your blood alcohol level complicates anesthesia. And we think you have a concussion, so we want to keep you responsive. We did give you a regional nerve block, so you shouldn't feel anything.
This is actually similar to what we do when we do a C-section. The mother is not asleep. We do a regional block just like this. We need the mother conscious in case we need to make decisions so that she can help facilitate the process if anything happens.
I had a friend, a neurosurgeon at SF Muni. She looked at the scan. She came to the same diagnosis. Sean, I have an inoperable glioma.
Glioma is a type of tumor. When we say a tumor is inoperable, usually that's because the area where it's found, how encompassing is it? You know, if a tumor is spread throughout the entire brain, how are you gonna operate? You can't take out the entire brain. Sometimes if we're very lucky and it's localized to a specific region, we can just take that part out, but even then we're at risk at harming the surrounding structures of the brain and leaving someone with neurological deficits. And you can imagine how awful that could be. Like, yeah, okay, take out my tumor, help me live, but then I can no longer speak. Horrible, horrible situations.
Be reasonable.
Beg your pardon?
Be reasonable.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it'll be clear. What the hell happened to Katie?
I don't know. He twisted his ankle.
Hey, you lied to me before. You're lying to me now, you spoiled little coward.
Hey, be reasonable. His friend's hurt, he's scared, and you're freaking him out.
Good cop, bad cop. The reason good cop, bad cop works so well is exactly based on the principle that I've told you before in some of my Wednesday checkup videos. So if you want someone to see your point of view, you want to influence someone in a positive way, it's not ideal to put a stone in between you. It's not ideal to just state your argument and be confrontational about it, because that person won't want to change their beliefs. But now on the other hand, if you can get that person to see that you're on their side, that you have the same intentions, you're also a human, and they can see eye to eye with you, you're more likely to convince them of something. And good cop, bad cop is a fast track to achieving that goal.
We were pledging, and there's this wheel of torture thing you gotta do for initiation.
Torture?
But it's mostly stupid stuff, dude. It's like drink a cup of olive oil or eat a tablespoon of cinnamon.
Or jump off a roof.
And what did Caden land on?
Laundry.
He had to do laundry.
No, like you had to eat those laundry things.
Oh my God, Tide Pod
as many
challenge?
as you could in 30 seconds.
Detergent. Eat detergent. And how many did he have?
I don't know, like 6, maybe 7.
I feel like I shouldn't be here even on a medical channel explaining to you why that's bad. I mean, it's like, don't eat knives, don't eat forks. And don't eat Tide Pods. The only time that I'll say that someone may accidentally ingest a Tide Pod is like if you have a child very young who's not aware and they see a colorful pod and they think it's candy and they swallow it. But if you're an adult or an adolescent and you're eating Tide Pods, come on, you can do better. I know you can. Stay happy and healthy.